NANI?!
Hello, man things. Welcome back to the channel and happy 1K. You guys, you didn't have to do that. Well, actually you did, because if you hadn't, then I would have learned to take the L and probably would have forced myself to do something other than YouTube. You guys are the best. I love you. I love you so much. I love you so much. You right there. You. I see you. I see you. I'm talking to you. Yeah, you. No, not him. Not him. You. I love you. Honestly and truly, thank you. Thank you so much for the support. Thank you so much. I can't even believe that I'm just so grateful for you guys. Yeah, we're gonna have a really good time on this channel. We already do, but it's just gonna keep getting better and better. But speaking of murdering your wife, you may notice I am not dressed like a Resident Evil character today. I know it's a little weird. I am dressed as your boy James from Silent Hill 2. The reason that I am dressed as James is, one, I've really been wanting to cosplay him for a long time. And two, he is kind of a glutton for punishment, and that is the theme of this video. I would like to explore why we enjoy putting ourselves through horror games and horror movies. Why?
Why?
If you are returning to this channel, if you are one of my man things, thank you so much for coming back. If you want to give the video a like, I wouldn't be opposed to that. I would not be opposed. Even if you want to hit the notification bell, I'm not gonna stop you. I'm not going to get in your way of doing that. If you are new to this channel, welcome. And please subscribe, because we have a great time. We take fun things way too seriously and serious things way too funly. We're also illiterate. So I said the theme of this video is being a glutton for punishment. Consuming horror is so normal that it almost makes us forget how kind of pathological of an activity it really is. I'm saying this as the #1 horror fan. I love it so much that I really just want to get to the bottom of why it exists as a form of entertainment in the first place. Probably one of the most famous instances of this question being asked is in Stephen King's essay, Why We Crave Horror. Why do those of us who enjoy horror feel the need to voluntarily put ourselves in a state of anxiety and in a state of stress? That's essentially what you're doing when you engage in any type of horror content. If it scares you, you are voluntarily stressing yourself out for fun. Stephen King suggests in that essay that the reason we feel the need to do that is that it's a release. Specifically, it's a release for the part of ourselves that is mentally ill. King believes that every person on earth is mentally ill, and some people are just better at hiding it than others. King points out that we have this sort of binary distinction in our heads between, the crazy people over there and the normal people over here. And King says that is a false dichotomy. Everybody is insane. And it's just a matter of who can hide it better than others. He thinks that the reason we crave horror is because it is a safe and socially acceptable way for us to embrace the mentally ill side of ourselves. King thinks that we need some kind of catharsis for this mental illness that is inherent in everyone, according to him. And that's basically what horror is. It's an opportunity for us to engage with and acknowledge and achieve a sort of release with that mental insanity that we all share. I disagree with this.
Well, I guess this is a case where we'll have to agree to disagree.
I don't agree to that.
Not that it's necessarily wrong, but it seems very insufficient to me, and it also seems a little presumptuous.
How dare you?
Stephen King has been very open about how he himself has suffered through various mental illnesses throughout his life. And I wonder if him giving that explanation is maybe just a little bit of projection. And that doesn't mean that it's wrong. And that doesn't mean that a lot of people won't identify with that explanation. However, it also doesn't mean that that is the end-all be-all conclusion.
I'm so damn confused.
I'm not trying to say that I have somehow figured out something that Stephen King could not figure out. Not what I'm saying at all. I don't think I have the answer to this. All I'm saying is I don't think that the buck stops at Stephen King's answer. If you hear little noises, it is my dog. She's having a very intense dream. Hopefully it's a dream. Not a nightmare, little baby. Some ASMR for you. Before I go into my own opinions, I just want to say what got me thinking about this in the first place. You guys may or may not have heard about this. It's kind of old news. It popped up a couple months ago, but there was a TikTok scandal. It's not really the right word, but there was sort of a crisis, I guess you could say, on TikTok where there was a video being hidden in seemingly harmless TikToks. So you would open up a TikTok video and the first couple seconds would just be a girl dancing, and it looked completely benign and just like any other TikTok. And then the dancing would cut out and it would cut to a different video. And that video that it cuts to is definitely not benign and not kid-friendly, let alone anyone-friendly. No human person on Earth should ever have to watch what's in the second video.
Then I bet you weren't expecting this.
No!
Aha!
I was watching some other commentary YouTubers that I really love talk about this. Shout out Hannah the Horrible. You guys should really check her out. She does just chef's kiss content. Anyway, I was watching some commentary videos on it, and they all had these disclaimers that said, whatever you do, do not watch this video. For the love of God, do not search up this video. Do not go watch this video. So what did I do? I spent half an hour looking for the video.
Focus.
I am. Like, I'm listening to what you're saying, but I only hear what I want to.
After contracting several computer viruses, I finally found it, and I watched it. And that was the day that my soul left my body permanently. I want to take this brief moment to do the most ironic thing in the world and say, if you do know what I'm talking about, or if you don't know what I'm talking about, and this is your first time hearing about it, please, for the love of all that is holy, do not watch this video. It's not horror. It's real life. It hits different. Oh, I watched this right before going to bed, so you can just add some human idiot points onto my tally board. I needed to make myself feel better after having seen that. I watched some scenes from the movie Hereditary, which is one of the best horror movies ever made. If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend it. It's very graphic and hard to watch at times, but it is so well done. I did that to sort of like cleanse my palate, which saying this out loud, I do sound like an absolute fucking sociopath. I was scrolling through the comments, as always, and like 99% of the comments were things like, why do I keep making myself watch this? Why am I watching this? Why did I search this up before bed? It really got me thinking about, why do we seek out things that we know are going to deeply disturb us instead of just avoiding them? It's not like anybody's holding a gun to our heads. If we know that it's going to be hard to watch and that it's going to get our cortisol levels up, why do we type it into the YouTube search bar and watch it? Why? Isn't that just so weird? That's such a weird behavior. Some people say that the reason is because as humans we crave feel-good brain neurotransmitters. You know, we need the happy chemicals like dopamine to be put in a sort of euphoric high of adrenaline. A horror movie is a great way to do that safely. Once again, it's just like the Stephen King thing. I don't think that's wrong at all. But I also don't think it's even close to a sufficient explanation for our fascination with horror. It does not account for the self-flagellation aspect of horror that you don't really find in other adrenaline-seeking activities. You don't see people at Six Flags getting off a roller coaster and saying, why do I keep doing this to myself? I know that this is gonna make me miserable. I know this is gonna give me nightmares, but I keep coming back. Why do I keep getting on this roller coaster? What's wrong with me? No one says that. Everybody says, oh my God, that was awesome. That was so much fun. Let's do it again. Nobody gets off a roller coaster and says, I should not have done this. I should not have ridden this roller coaster before bed. Oh my God, what's wrong with me? I have my own reason for really enjoying horror, but I think I might be in the minority on this. You can let me know in the comments whether I'm crazy or if you have ever experienced this. For me, horror serves as a perspective changer in a good way. It basically just makes me really grateful for my life. I remember like in college, when it was finals week, I used to watch all the different Saw traps. It completely changed my mindset. Instead of thinking, wow, this sucks, I am so stressed out, I have 2 more finals to study for, and I haven't even started this 3,000 word essay. Life is suffering. Instead of thinking that, it would switch the channel in my brain to, wow, I am so glad that I don't have to cut my own eyeball out right now. I know that it sounds ridiculous, but no matter what's going on in my life, it could be the worst thing. It is never as bad as what's going on in the main character of a horror movie's life. A lot of people say that when they watch horror, it makes them feel gross and sad, kind of depressed, or just like yucky. For me, it has the polar opposite effect. It makes me feel stoked about life. Almost like I've been given a second chance. You know, I see a horror movie like Hereditary, and I'm like, wow, it's really great to have a head that's attached to my body. Think of all the things that I can do with my head that's attached to my body. Possibilities are endless. The sky is the limit. The other night, when I searched up that godforsaken TikTok video, I was feeling very, very anxious. At the time, I didn't really know how I was going to go about fixing these things. Looking back, I'm pretty sure that is what tipped me over the edge from just listening to different commentary videos on that TikTok crisis to actually taking the time to look up the video and watch it. I think I was looking for relief from how stressed I was. I know that is extremely counterintuitive and probably doesn't make any sense at all. This is not an endorsement to watch that video. I regret watching it. If I could go back, I would not watch it. It was not a good decision. I regret doing it. But with that out of the way, afterwards when I watched the Hereditary stuff, it was really the only thing that would get my mind off my anxiety at the moment. Even though I was having to deal with some drama in my personal life, that's nothing compared to I probably just exposed myself for being legitimately insane. I'm sure that you have figured out by now that I do not have an answer to this question of why we crave horror. Please let me know in the comments what you think. This is actually one of my favorite things to discuss with people. I just find it to be such a fascinating topic. So thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you so much for 1K. I can't even tell you what that means to me. I am so grateful for y'all's support. Seriously. I can't even believe that it's a real thing that has happened. It means the absolute world to me. So just thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for watching this video. And like and subscribe if you want. And I'll see you in the next one.